We need to be in LA so we can get action. That's where we coming to LA.
When we going to LA?
When you want to go?
When we going? When we going? When we going? We taking Skin Love to LA?
We can.
What we gonna do? We gonna do pop-up shop? What we gonna do?
I gotta do a conference. If I go to LA, we gotta do a conference, an empowerment conference.
What would that look like? What would that look like for Skin Love?
An empowerment conference would focus on, it depends, are you collabing? But if Skin Love did it on its own, it would be about nourishing the mind, body, and soul. Not only do we take care of like how you look physically and mentally, we also do that as well. First question.
What's the definition of Skin Love to you?
Taking care of you first, loving yourself from the inside out. I mean, a lot of people focus on like the material things, what I can buy myself, or the physical things, how I can look like. But how do you actually feel? That's where Skin Love comes in. We help you feel better, look better, and be able to be more productive as a person in life.
Absolutely. We got an amazing guest today in the building. Let's go. We are in the shop today. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Hey y'all, I'm Katrina Bostic. I'm owner of Skin Love. I'm also an educator. I have my master's in reading science, so I focus on helping children learn as well as helping people renew their mind, body, and soul. What's up, y'all?
Now, how do people get in contact with Skin Love?
You can follow me on Instagram at Skin Love Heal Shop. You can also go on the website at www.skinlove.com.
And how long has Skin Love been around?
Skin Love actually has been around for less than a year, y'all. We've been around less than a year. We physically opened the store October 1st. But I've been in the beauty consultant business for about 5 years. I started off in Mary Kay, loved it, built my whole team with Mary Kay, and then I ended up deciding I wanted to build my own company that fit my vision and not someone else's vision. So that's how Skin Love came about.
Talk about that. And how long have you been, in retrospect, how long have you been an entrepreneur for?
How long have I been an entrepreneur? 10 years. This June, y'all. This June. Actually, I've been working so hard. Your girl ain't even celebrate 10 years. It's June 4th, y'all. I'm still in May. Yes. I started off opening my own daycare, in-home daycare. I'm still licensed to do childcare. I still actually do childcare, and I still actually tutor. Outside of that, we actually tutor in the Skin Love shop. So between 4 and 8, either I'm doing salon services or I'm tutoring someone's beautiful child.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And talk about the correlation between you being an educator and Skin Love.
Well, of course, first and foremost, I don't want to give like one too much credit than the other because I go hand in hand with both of them. I became an educator because honestly, I started with home daycare. I really like taking care of children. Then running my daycare, I had some kids at home, so it was always kids at home. I ended up like, look, let me see how I can advance this, financially and do some more that I like than sitting at home doing childcare. There's nothing wrong with that. I made substantial money doing that as well. So anybody out there in childcare, woo woo. But I ended up becoming a teacher. I teach first grade. I love it. I'm lead teacher at Mount Healthy South Elementary, and I specialized in reading because most African American kids, matter of fact, I think it's about 40% of African American kids can actually read on grade level. And to me, that was why I specialized in reading science. And also being an educator, a lot of problems and situations that I dealt with or that children deal with comes from their background. So I know everyone don't like to say it, but your kids replicate everything that you do. So if you're living a life in turmoil, your child's life is probably in the same aspect. So as a mother and have been a single mother before, your mental as a mom correlates directly to you as a child. You know, if your mom's running behind, you're running behind at work. If your parents typically have struggled with reading, you will struggle with reading. So in order for you to bring your best self out, you need to start focusing on self-love. So that's where I focus on the parents and self-love when it comes to Skin Love, and I focus on educating your kids that way as well. Sorry, that was
absolutely no. It's not a lot, but to consider how much educating you're doing and you're planting seeds for future minds and future growth, right? Talk about being an educator. How long have you been an educator for, and what made you get in that field?
This is my fourth year teaching first grade, my first year being a team lead. Getting into education was it was a transition for me. I didn't want to sit at home playing all day. I really wanted to do something that mattered and beneficial to the public. You know, when I did childcare, it was only the people around me, but now I'm publicly out here taking care of multiple different kids. I mean, I've educated over 200 children since I've been in the education. That means I taught 200 different children how to read. Because in first grade, you learn from A, B, C, D to this is cat, bat, mat, and things like that. So when you leave first grade, you put everything someone's taught you together to make you who you are. First grade is like the first initial sign of who this child is going to be. And then they grow from that, and then typically by the time you end elementary, you have your whole, thoughts and arrangements already put together. You are who you are going to be by that time.
Absolutely. Talk to us about a typical day for you being an educator, and then also a typical day for you being a mom and an entrepreneur as well.
A typical day, just let's run down what a typical day. I get up about 6 o'clock. Derek, my husband, kicks me out of bed about 6:30 because the alarms are going off. I get up, I get the girls dressed. Typically just our 6-year-old. We have 4 children. All the other ones are capable of getting themselves up, and they go at different times. So my kindergartner actually goes to school at school with me. So we go to school together. She goes to her kindergarten class. I teach from about 8:30 to 3:30. Then after that, I tutor. So normally 3:30 gives me enough time to come in. I tutor about 4 to 5 o'clock is what is on my schedule at the moment, but normally it's just open for Skin Love. Then I book appointments. So most of the times I get Yanni steams or a combo package. On the weekends is when I really focus on Skin Love. So Skin Love's open from 10 to 6 Saturday and Sunday, 12 to 5 on Sunday. And what that is partying like we did today, where I have parties of 6 girls that want Yanni steams or detoxes or things like that. I also have done couple parties where they're getting facials and a foot detox. Mom and daughter parties where they're doing a duo session, and birthdays. And we've also do kid parties. So we do kid spa parties. So that's my life, and scheduled dates with my husband.
Absolutely, and I love to hear it. Speaking of being an entrepreneur and having the business of Skin Love, did you grow up with any entrepreneurs in your household, and do you think that affected, correlated to what you do today?
My background, I was raised by a single mother. My dad is, around, typical situation. But my dad was an entrepreneur. He just wasn't, not a parent. He lived in a different state. So even though he would do the best he could do, it was more or less like he wasn't around as much. But I think it's genetics, I think it's really related to genetics. Hey, y'all. Sorry, we don't laugh. But I think it's genetics. Like my dad, a hard worker. He gonna work from the sun up to the sundown. He ain't retired now. He's a commercial painter. He redoes houses. He does like buildings like colleges and universities. Also, he came and paint my bedroom for me. I had to get him in there. And he's 76, so he still works a little bit, but he still works. And I think it's just in my blood.
Absolutely. Now, where do you see Skin Love in the next 5 to 10 years?
In the next 5 to 10 years, I want to open up for a community. Like right now, we're in a private suite, so I can only book a certain amount of people at a certain amount of time. I want to expand into a dual shop and collab with my daycare and Skin Love. So I want more of a plaza type feel, and have my daycare in one and Skin Love in another. That way I can accommodate parents as well. So if you have that monthly tuition or weekly tuition, you get a discount at Skin Love to come relax. And I'm already watching your children, so you might as well, before you pick them up, hit up the shop and, come back, get your kids and gone about your life. So that way that you can be a better parent. Whether you're a guy and you look, hey, I need to go and get a detox because I had a rough day at work, and also also I need to pick my kids up. We kind of doing a dual combination with everything else that Skin Loves have. We want to have individual clients where I have a massage therapist on staff. As much as I'm an entrepreneur and would love to do everything, as an entrepreneur, you need to let people know that hire other people to do other things. So I want to hire a massage therapist. So not only are you getting, these holistic and natural ways to remedy yourself, you are also meeting with a massage therapist, or, you're getting your facials or things like that.
Absolutely. Love to hear it. Now, 5 words, right? Without
Okay.
using skin and love, describe you and your business in 5 words.
I want to say mood. We a whole vibe. If you ever been to Skin Love, it's a whole vibe. Sorry, he said 5 words, but mood is 1. Energy is 2. Natural is 3. Self is 4. And manifestation. He said I couldn't do love.
Yes, no love. But love, yes. Yes, I love the manifestation.
I'm Katrina Bostic. I am owner of Skin Love. I am also an educator, and I specialize in reading science.
How can they reach out to you?
You can reach out to me at Instagram, skinloveheal.com. Oh, sorry, that's my website, but www.skinloveheal.com, and my Instagram is skinlovehealshop. There we go.